Well, hello and welcome to NEWUP Weather News for our Sunday update. Happy St. Patrick's Day. As you can see, I am not festive, but I don't know, just forgot to wear green today. But hopefully you had a good St. Patrick's Day anyway. We're going to dive right in with our 7-day forecast. And the reason being is because I want you to take a look at the latter part of the week. You're going to see that the first part of the week this week is going to be relatively quiet. The news story of the week is that it's going to be much colder than it's been. You'll notice that there will be a slight warm up around Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. It's not going to be anything real significant, and you'll notice that the temperature swings are pretty wide. So you're talking anywhere from between 32 to 40 degrees on Wednesday, 36 to 40 degrees on Tuesday, and even bigger on Thursday. Folks in the southern parts of our counties, southern counties, parts of our area, so we're talking Marinette, Oconto County, could be seeing temperatures pushing 40 on Thursday, but folks up in the Keweenaw or along the lakeshore in Upper Peninsula are going to be seeing temperatures in the probably mid to upper 20s. So it's going to be a pretty big temperature swing. You're going to notice that as the week goes on that the temperatures regulate out, but then we're going to start looking at the potential for some weather here, some precipitation, much needed precipitation, but we're going to have to wait and see how this exactly pans out. There's a lot of different variables coming into play, and the models don't quite have a good agreement on it, being that it's still almost a week out. But all of the models are suggesting that we're going to be seeing some sort of meaningful precipitation getting towards the end of the week. So we're going to start with, first off, the snow in the lake effect snow belts for today. So you'll notice that this is the NAM model, and the snow that's going to be primarily impacting the west shore and north shore, far north shore of Lake Superior today, and then it's going to push off into the eastern upper peninsula over the course of the day tomorrow. Any snow that's already fallen is not factored into this, so you're going to be seeing another 2 to 5 inches of potential lake effect snow for the folks up in those lake effect snow belts. But now let's get into the GFS model, and you're going to notice that the beginning of the week is relatively quiet, just like we said, but that you might see some spotty chances for some mixed precipitation, snow or rain going into the tail end of the week, particularly Thursday, Friday. But then the system that we're going to be watching for is going to be Saturday, Sunday. This GFS pushes this model a little bit further south, but then you'll notice that there's a back end on this that could impact our area with some more heavy snow, especially folks in Wisconsin. The European model has similar ideas. You'll notice, again, quiet to the front part of the week. But then as we go on, there's that Thursday, Friday possible light mix or light snow. This is Saturday. Again, a little bit of light mix, light snow. Now this is the system with Sunday. The European model seems to think it could start with snow, maybe even a mix of snow, freezing rain, and then transition to rain primarily. But then if you notice down by Missouri, it could transition back to snow. These are the things that we're going to have to watch play out. Temperatures this week, again, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then maybe a little bit on Friday are going to be your big temperature swings, but otherwise it's going to be much cooler than it's been the last few weeks. And we shouldn't complain because the temperatures that you'll be seeing this week are actually closer to normal than most of the temperatures you've been seeing over the last few weeks. We're actually going to be as close to normal as we've been for most of the latter part of February and the first part of March. Now, astrological spring begins on Tuesday, so then we are officially all in the springs, but the weather's not going to get that memo. Again, with the European model, you're going to see that little bit of a warm-up, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and then those temperatures are going to stabilize out. Now, I wanted to draw your attention right here to the end of the European temperature model. And the reason being is you're going to see a big temperature gradient. It says right here that in Iron Mountain, the temperature is in the mid-20s, but that down in Chicago, it's in the mid-60s. That's a 40-degree swing. You'll notice that real sharp line. This is where we can see active weather. For us, up in the colder temperatures of this system, we could see snow or a mix of rain and snow. But for folks down in southern Wisconsin and in northern Illinois, they could be dealing with severe weather. So that's something that's really going to have to be watched out for at the end of the week. And even the climate forecasting system kind of hinted at this a little bit, and it's still hinting at it a little bit now. Let me go ahead and pull that up for you. So you can see that this would be next Monday, so not tomorrow, but next Monday, that system that's working in, and that could linger, according to the GFS, until middle of the week. And it's having a hard time rendering if it's going to be snow or rain. We'll have to see. And then you folks who will be coming home after your Easter, this is Easter Monday, and you'll notice that another system could be pushing in on that day, and it's April 1st, so no fooling, that we could be dealing with another weather system at the tail end of the week after next, coming out of the Easter holiday. And of course, for folks that would be traveling, that could be a bit of a pain, so we'll have to really keep an eye on that. But for right now, the key takeaways are all of us, our folks who are in the northern lake effect snow belts on the Upper Peninsula, you'll be seeing about 2 to 5 inches of more snow today on top of what has may already fallen. And then the front part of the week is going to be quiet, probably the warmest, but not as warm as it's been. But then we're going to be dealing with that potential for a larger system closer to the end of the week. And the models have to work out the details of if this is going to be a rain event or a snow event or a little bit of both. So we're going to have to kind of hash that out and see what exactly happens with all of that. I will be updating as the week goes on, as the models start to figure things out, as the National Weather Service starts to kind of look at things and piece things together, and I will be keeping everybody updated because this could be one of our bigger weather systems of the winter / early spring so far. Now, it could start to fizzle out or move further south or whatever. Many things can happen. But I can tell you that this is something that definitely bears watching because this is probably, like I said earlier, the most meaningful precipitation that we've seen in weeks. And it is much, much needed. We're still in a severe drought throughout most of our area and a moderate drought throughout the rest of the area. Moisture is very, very low in the ground, and we really need to get snow or rain or something to try to make up some of that deficit of precipitation. So thank you so much for tuning in for our Sunday update today. Please like this video. It really helps out our channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Share this video with a friend if you know someone who'd be interested in the weather in northern Wisconsin or upper Michigan. We are here to provide that service, so we appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, also facebook.com/NEWUP Weather News. I will keep you posted later as the week goes on about what exactly is going to be coming down the trail here with these weather systems that'll be impacting us later in the week. We'll just kind of have to wait and see, but for now, make sure if you've got plans for this coming weekend that you keep an eye on the weather for sure. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you a little bit later this week. As the week goes on, the temperatures regulate out, and you're going to notice that knowing what the weather is here in northern Wisconsin and upper Michigan,